Hi, Joe from Queens here, and I was tagged by the Buster. I was tagged by Mike Bustamante out in New Mexico, which is quite a distance from Long Island here, to do my 7 deadly shaving sins, 7 sins of deadliness of shaving. So we're going to give it a go, and then at the end we're going to tag somebody else. Maybe it's you, but we'll see. Alrighty, we're going to start with number 1, which is our first deadly sin, and that's greed. And for greed, I'm going to show you the most expensive and inexpensive shaving accoutrements that I have. So let's start with the most expensive. I would say my most prized possession, one of my most prized, I have so many, but this Gillette toggle. This was the most expensive thing that I've purchased as of yet so far. Here it is. This is the Gillette toggle. It's in pretty good shape. It's in a nice case. It came with some blades, and here she is. This is the Gillette toggle. It's in pretty good shape for its age. Let's see, can I tell you what year it's from? I think it's around the 1960 or so. It's an F4. I'm going to look that up. I'll let you know later in the video. F4. It's around 1960 or so. I'm going to look it up, and or maybe I'll just put it right underneath here to tell you what year it is. Pretty good shape. And there we go. We toggle it open. We put a blade in. We toggle it closed. And we have our adjustments on here. And this was the most expensive thing that I've purchased as of yet. Now my most inexpensive, I'm going to show you 2 things. One thing that I did purchase and one thing that I did not purchase. I purchased this. This is a shaving bowl. I think I paid 89 cents for it. And I got this in the department type store, discount store. And I think it was in the pet department, so this is probably for a pet to use, to drink out of, to eat out of. And it's just the right size to lather up. 89 cents. Very inexpensive. And something that cost me even less, but probably the most valuable part of my shaving done, if anything I buy, is this Gillette Tech. This Gillette Tech belonged to Dad, to my father. Abe. This was his Gillette Tech. I remember him shaving this since I'm a kid. He must have bought this. He came to America around 1953. So he must have purchased this in the mid-early 30s. And I always remember him using this. You can see how well worn it is. It's quite worn. And this is I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know it was called a Tech. But this is what I used to see him shave with all the time. And when I started my wet shaving, I would use his razor. You know, every so often. He passed away a long time ago. But I would use his razor. And this is the razor that I started wet shaving with. You know, when I didn't use cartridges or whatever. You know, disposables. And, you know, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. This is my father in the butcher shop. So he knew how to shop. He knew about sharp items, huh? He used to be a butcher. So this is him in the butcher shop. And this is another picture of my parents up in the Catskill Mountains on vacation. He would take 2 weeks off in the summer and go up to the Catskills to relax from the year's hard work at the butcher shop. And he's up there with Mom, with Sylvia. And I bet you in his suitcase that he had the old-fashioned suitcase that you used to lock up and tie to the roof of the car, or load it in the trunk and tie the trunk down. I'll bet you that this Gillette Tech was up there with him. That picture's from the 1960s. I'll bet you this was up there with him in the Catskills when he was shaving, getting ready to go down to the dining room for dinner or to go to the nightclub and see the show. I'll bet you this is the razor he used. So this is my most inexpensive because I didn't pay anything for it. It was Dad's. But it's also my most prized. So the Gillette Tech. So it's funny. The most expensive is something similar to it. The toggle, which is very similar. And this 50s ball end Tech that was there. It's the least expensive. You know, those are the ones that fulfill my sin of greed. So let's move on to the next sin. For the sin of wrath, the product that I most love and hate at the same time. The winner is the Merkur Future, or Future, however you want to pronounce it. This razor is the one that I love the most. It's the most fun to use. But it's the one sometimes that I hate the most because I know after I use this, it's going to be weep city. For some reason, there's no safety bar on it the way it's designed. And I know the Siptic is coming out. So this has got the love-hate type of relationship. The Merkur Future. So this is my my wrath. This is my choice of wrath. So let's move on to our next sin. Okay, our next sin, the third deadly sin, is the sin of gluttony. So what products do I find the most delicious that make me a glutton? Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, number one, but that's besides the point. I would have to say there's a product made by Puig, Agua Lavender Puig. They make soaps, they make all kinds of products. This is the soap. It's the soap that Frank Sinatra used. This is the soap. I love this lavender soap. I have a few of them. I love the soap. I also have, this is by Puig. This is Quorum Spray Cologne. And the aftershave, for some reason I can't find this anymore. But I found this Agua Lavender Puig somewhere. I forget where I bought it. And this has the smell of the soap. And it comes in this bottle. I've seen other bottles, bigger bottles. I have a bigger bottle somewhere. Haven't dug it out yet since the move. But this is my favorite aftershave. And I use it very sparingly because I can't find it anymore. And it smells just like the soap, that lavender soap, you know, that Frank Sinatra liked. So for item number one, I picked 5. There was a 5 next to the gluttony, so I picked 5. This is number 1. No other reason. I didn't put them in any kind of order for my sin of gluttony. So Antonio makes this. I think his name is Antonio Puig, Agua Lavender Puig, the Puig aftershave. I'm using it sparingly. Still have a lot left. Love it. Number 1. That's number 1. Let's move on to number 2 in my list of gluttony. It's going to be, I think this is from the Netherlands, Verroeld Hand, I believe you pronounce it. The Verroeld Hand. As you can see, I got this at Pasteur's. I love the smell. It's the extra fresh. They call it extra frisch. And I just love the smell of this. Take a whiff. Does it smell good? So fresh. It really is fresh. That's I love lathering up the soap to shave. It's just a pleasure. But I have to get more of this when this runs out. This is one of the items that gets replaced. Some items I have, I like them, I don't like them, I replace them. This one is always going to get replaced. And I have to also pick up the one that's not extra fresh, the one that's extra fresh. And I love this product. And it comes in like a paper, cardboard, little plastic thing here. Plastic with some paper around it. You know, nothing fancy like some of the others, but this is numero dos, number 2. Number 3, all things tobacco. Love tobacco. So my number 3 item, I picked 5 items. This is the tobacco shaving soap. Love the smell of tobacco. Ah, delicious. Love tobacco. I even have tobacco cologne. I have to get some tobacco aftershave. I don't have the aftershave yet. I'm going to have to get some. This is next up. I have one that's already open that I'm working on. It looks like a bowling pin. Doesn't it look like a bowling pin? But I love tobacco. So all things tobacco. This is going to be item number 3. Let's move on to item number 4. Let's move on to item number 4. No specific order to all these items, but you know, all things Spike. I love Spike. So we have the Spike. I haven't opened this yet. I don't think I might have. I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, I did. The shaving stick. Ah, all things Spike. It's got this herbal aroma to it. All the Spike products. And I just love it. So all things Spike. We have the shaving stick. We have the tube of shaving cream we've been using. We have shower soap we've been using, and aftershave that we've been using. So all things Spike. Love Spike. So that's number 4 on my list of gluttony. And number 5, for no special reason, it's a smell of the 70s. It reminds me of the 70s, my younger years, a simpler time. Here's a picture of me in the 70s. A couple pictures of me. Looked a little different, had a little more hair back then, huh? So, JD's products. JD's aftershave. This one's almost empty. I have another one ready to go. Cologne. JD's cologne. And here's my other JD's aftershave ready to go. That's the back of the box. Here's the front of the box. JD's. It's sort of like the era of high karate. You know, they stopped making the high karate. They reintroduced it. I think it's a little bit different, I heard. Haven't been able to find any in these parts here. But the JD's gives me that 70s kind of feel, that 70s. So it's one of my most delicious things. So that was gluttony. So now we're going to move on to our next deadly sin. Next to last one is, not next to last, third to last. Sloth. The product that I'm the most lazy about, the one that I don't use as often as I should. This talc, Clubman talc, shave talc. It's a special shave talc. It's not just a regular talc. It's a shave talc. And usually by the time I get done with my shave, to dig this out and sprinkle a little bit and, you know, dry myself off, I just get too lazy at the end of the shave. So this is my sloth. This is my laziness. So this is the product that gets elected into that. I had this hanging up in the old shave den. This is a display kind of thing. I guess it was on display in a drugstore or some kind of convenience store. You know, the products for people to buy, the Gillette products. It's a Gillette display. And I had it hanging up in the old shave den. I'm going to hang it up here, but it's going to be hanged. So, you know, once it's hung, that's pretty much where it's going to stay. So I'm getting the shave den in order. It's going to be one of the last things that go in, because we have to figure out where to hang it up on the wall. But it's going to get hung up. And as you can see, here she is. She's ready to go. I have all the things to put on, you know, here. But when people come in, this is, I think, the thing that gets the most attention, the most fun, is this, I got it on eBay, this display. And it has, you know, listings on it for blue blades, super stainless 5s, thin blades, Techmatic cartridges, super stainless 15s, super speed razor, adjustable razor, Techmatic razor. And sometimes I have some of those items and I try to put it on the right thing. But sometimes, you know, I have other things I want to show, so, you know, things get put all over. But I would have to say this is the item that that gets my vote for pride, for the sin of pride. This is the winner. So it's going to go up soon. And when it does, I'll make sure I'll take a picture. I'll give you a tour of the new shave then once I have it totally set up. So, pride right there. The next sin, the sin of lust. I don't know. I don't really have that many lusts, things that I really want that bad. But I think a couple of my next purchases for lust is maybe a strop. I have a straight edge that I really haven't used yet. It's nothing fancy, but I need a strop. So I could cut myself up pretty good. So for that, a strop. For the greed of lust. Also, I was thinking of a mongoose. Seen a lot of great reviews for the mongoose. That might be one of my next purchases. But I already have the cobra, which is very similar. Uses the same feather blades. But I think that might be one of my next purchases to go along with the cobra. I think we're gonna probably lust for a mongoose for one of our next purchases. So that will fulfill our sin of lust. For the 7th deadly sin, the sin of envy. who do I think I'm most envious of? I think who do I appreciate? You know, his supplies, his skills. You know, who wins that contest of envy? He's all the way on the other side of the world. Every day when he puts the shave of the day on, it's always something very, very, very classy. He's a classy guy. And recently he showed these pictures of his shave done. Very impressive. He gets the vote. That's Klaus Rolf from Germany. He wins my sin of envy. So those were my 7 sins of wet shaving. Buster said some very nice things about me and tagged me. Very appreciative. Thank you, Buster. Next month when you come to New York, we're going to get together and have a great time, and we'll do some video and show everybody here in New York. Maybe someday I'll make it out west to New Mexico and visit you out there, but I'll see you here next month. All right, it's time for me to tag someone. Is it you? Or is it you? No. We're going to tag somebody now I'm challenging him to do his 7 deadly sins of shaving. And he's not far away. He's in the New York area. He's a little bit up north. I bet you he knows who he is now. Richie Calora, Rich Lionheart, you're tagged. So I know you can do a great job. He's done a couple of videos. He just hasn't done enough. But he's a Bronx boy, lifelong Bronx guy. I think he knows a lot about shaving. That he does, doesn't really do that many videos, but he really knows a lot. And he's tagged. So Rich, you're up. So everybody, that's it for me. Take care. Have a great holiday if I don't do any videos before that. Happy and healthy New Year if I don't do any videos before that, but I should. I'm going to try. And that's about it. I'm going to be finishing up that shave then. It's going to be a while. I'm going to be finishing it up. So all the best to everyone. Hope everybody's well. And from Long Island, all the best, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.